Hey there, this is Fogbound Newt123, and if you stumble upon this, you probably stumble upon it by accident. But this is my YouTube channel. I'm starting this up just as a little side project, just see if it goes anywhere. This is going to be my first series, and this is going to be the pre-up to the series. The series I'm trying to put out there is called Storytelling. It's very similar to Blasphemous HD. It is inspired by his story time. Except the difference is, in my series, I want a starting point, which is going to be a particular time in my life, and then I want the end point to be today, and what I'm doing today and where I'm going at. So, because I do have a particular starting point where shit kind of happens, and then from there it's just been a wild fucking ride. I hope you guys enjoy this series. If you do, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the series. Let me know if there's anything I should change. And yeah, if you hate me and you want to leave hate comments, go ahead and do that down below. I don't mind. I'll read them all day. I'll love them. I'll love you. But anyways, to kind of get into this a little bit, I want to do a pre-series. Now, as I said, this is going to start at a particular point in my life, and then it's just going to go on from there to the present. Now, that particular point that I'm starting out at is going to be in later 2010 when I got out of prison. And that's my starting point, kind of going onwards, but I do realize there's going to have to be some sort of pre-explanation to it, like why was I in prison, what happened before then, what was up in my life before then. So I'm going to do my best just to kind of explain that in this video and try to keep it under 10 minutes, because YouTube has this thing where they get rid of your video if it's past 15 minutes, so fuck YouTube. But yeah, that was just my anger, because I did upload a previous video that was 20 minutes long. I didn't know about this rule. So when I uploaded it, and then suddenly it said, oh no, it can't be past 15 minutes. I'm like, you fucking dumb shit. But, so anyways, going into it, to kind of give you some rules about this and let you know a little bit about it. So I will not be giving anybody's name in this storytelling series. I won't be giving explicit locations, or sorry, my vocabulary's off, but and I won't be giving specific entities, being particular organizations that I've worked with, companies that I've worked with, and things like that. So anyways, to explain the shot a little bit, we're coming at you live from my living room. And back there, that's my 1981 Ford F100. That's a restoration project that I'm working on. So it's not finished yet, but once it is finished, you guarantee that I'm going to make a video about it. Nothing like driving around a classic antique truck. Everybody's looking at you and such. Probably looking at me like, wow, that's a hunk of junk. How the fuck that thing stays on the road. But it's on its way to becoming a beauty. Behind that, I also have my motorcycle. That's another thing. It's a 2002 Yamaha Roadstar 1600. So I'm going to be doing some videos on that. I'm going to be doing some on the GoPro. That's some of the other stuff that's going to be featured on this channel. Besides that, live streams and gaming and things like that. And that's some of the ideas I have to go with this channel. But anyways, so getting back to the series. So the starting point is 2010 when I get out of prison. However, to give you the context of everything, I'm going to go further back. So I was a young kid. No, I'm not going to go that far back. No, I was raised up normally. There was nothing crazy about my childhood. Had it pretty easy, had it pretty good. When I became a teenager, I became a little bit of a hell child. Got into drugs, got into alcohol at a very young age. Was doing stupid shit as a kid. I was getting picked up by the cops every other weekend. And yeah, I was a fucking little hellion. Freaking, I ain't even going to get into it, but I have the cops drop me off at my parents' place a few times. I had my cat running around behind the camera and knocking around the tripod a few times. What's up, buddy? You want to come up here? So here's my cat. Yep. By the way, there are also maybe cat videos on this channel, so please stay tuned. So, yeah. So, one thing to mention, and I forgot to mention this a little bit earlier. All this takes place in South Florida. And by South Florida, I mean Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach area generally. But that's all I'm going to give away with the location. And that's just so you can get a context of what exactly these stories are like and where exactly these stories take place. But yeah, to go back to what I was saying, I was a little hellion child growing up. I was a fucking little maniac. And I was always causing trouble. I got dropped off by the cops a few times at my mom and dad's house. My parents were always finding shit in my room, growing up. And like I said, I didn't have bad parents. I had a pretty good childhood. My parents did divorce at an early age, but that's neither here nor there. Don't mess with the tripod, cat. Get the hell out of here. And yeah, so eventually I was being a dumbass, doing dumb things, hanging around with the wrong people. And in 2009, I decided to go rob somebody at gunpoint. And yeah, so I wasn't too smart of a criminal either. That's one thing to really point out. I went to rob this guy, this drug dealer, at gunpoint. I did it across the street from the police station. When they caught me, I ran a few blocks. I actually ran closer to the police station. So yeah, I think I wanted to get caught. It was funny as shit too. They load me up into the car, right? They sit me in the back of the cop car, right? They had the kid come around and like identify me and shit. I just turned 18 at the time, so that's going to give you a little bit of idea of what age I am. But yeah, I just turned 18 at the time, so I was technically an adult by then. But yeah, they load me up in the back of the cop car and they're like, all right, we're going to take you downtown. And then they drive right across the street and like, okay, we're here. And yeah, they pull me in there and I just confessed to it. I'm like, yeah, I fucking did it. They're like, did you have any accomplices? I'm like, no, it was just me. That was all. And yeah, I was doing a lot of drugs. I was doing a lot of fucked up shit at that time. So at that time, I was just like, you know what, whatever, take me to jail. And I was fortunate. They only charged me with the robbery with the firearm and didn't charge me with anything else. So I was very fortunate for that. So, yeah, they took me off to jail, and I was, processed through, and altogether I spent 18 months in jail. My sentence was like 2 years prison, but I only did 18 months. And 5 years probation with 7 years suspended sentence. I've completed it all. I've got it all done. I actually got it done ahead of time. And since then, I really kind of took all that as like a turning point in my life. I've really turned myself around a lot, but I'm going to get into that in the next videos. And yeah, I mean, to go any further from that, I spent 18 months incarcerated. A year of that, part of my sentence is I had to go to this military boot camp sort of setup. And I think I may have explained that a little bit earlier in the video. I've done this video about 4 times now, so yeah, it was pretty rough. We had to do push-ups, we had to do pull-ups, we had to do the whole thing for a year straight. 3 days out of the week we had to run 5 miles. 2 days out of the week we had to do drill practice. And yeah, it changed my life. It changed everything about me, and it made me less of an asshole. A lot less of an asshole. Still kind of an asshole, but we'll get into that later on. But it put me in the right direction towards doing something good. and the rest of the good stuff I'll get into in the next videos in this series. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you hate it, subscribe and tell me how much of an asshole I am. Thank you, and have a good night.